Hey Priscilla. Hey Dawn. Hey Larry. Hey Aurora. I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that to me, Hank. Hello, Stella. Hey Carmel. Everybody's doing good, I think. No, hey, Stella. Other than Stella clawing on my carpet. Stella, knock it off. Well, you guys want to, as soon as I say that, it's doing okay at the moment. I was going to say sit tight while I reboot, but we may have to do it in a second anyway. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and reboot real quick, guys. I will be right back. And we're back. And hello, D Hutch. And anybody else I might have missed in the short time I was gone. I don't think I missed anybody else. Borked on me. But it seems to be running okay at the moment. Let's hope it stays that way. Yeah, that's our oldest cat, Luna, in the thumbnail. She is laying on the bed, not wanting to be bothered. And sorry for the late hours, guys, but I got home, had my metal detecting club thing tonight, and then had dinner and had a long day. I was just lacking the motivation to do anything besides lay in the bed. So I procrastinated, and as a result, it's now 10:25. It's hot, Priscilla. Very, very hot. We've had a heat index somewhere between 100 and 105 the past couple of days, which made yard work awesome yesterday. It really wasn't too bad though, because after about 20-30 minutes in, I guess, there must have been a storm somewhere because the wind really picked up, and there was a nice breeze for the rest of the time, and it got kind of overcast, so it really wasn't that bad. It was very hot when I started, but I got lucky. Yeah, as far as the camera goes, I don't know. I know there was something in the settings that was making it reboot itself. Stella. She doesn't care. She's just like, I'm doing what I'm doing. It was making it reboot like on Tuesday mornings at 4 something a.m. for whatever reason. I don't know. Some auto reboot setting. Well, I turned that off a while back, and apparently, I guess if it loses power or something, it defaults back to that setting. And I know we've had a power outage since I've turned that setting off. But anyway, I turned it back off today. Now, as for the cloaking thing, I have no idea what causes that. There you go, D Hutch. I figured you would know. But yeah, the gray cloaking device, I've not figured that one out yet. Because all I'm doing, I'm not rebooting the camera when that happens. All I'm doing is stopping the stream from playing, and because we're doing it basically, that's the VLC media player, and we're doing a screen capture from that to our broadcast software. All I'm doing is stopping VLC and then restarting the stream in VLC, and it clears the cloaking mechanism up. So I don't know what causes that. But I hope everybody else is doing well. It's been another busy week for me. Started off with a bang. But I think I got a lot of stuff handled today. Maybe everything is going to be a little more calm the rest of the week. Which I know we just got some more kittens in, which I posted about a little while ago. But they're being fostered. We'll have to find a backup. I think it was July 13th. But hopefully by then they will be able to eat on their own with, you know, kitten milk mixed with wet food, and so finding a foster won't be as much of an issue if they can eat on their own. It's the bottle feeding it tends to be hard to accommodate. But I just got an update on them that said there are 2 runts, but that they are all active and eating well, and if they all make it through tonight, she said she was very hopeful for all of their chances. So I guess in another week or so, hey, come on now, they'll go for deworming and all that. And I guess I don't know if you remember, Priscilla, if you're on Facebook, go to our Facebook page and click on the groups link and just send a request to join the group. But I posted a picture in there. I did not put them on our main page. And you guys, bear with me one second. I've got to prop you up. Salem in our bedroom before he tears our door down. He is the most impatient cat when it comes to getting in and out of a room that he either wants in and out of. Hey, Wilson. But yeah, I had to try to coordinate that mission to get the kittens today. I have organized an adoption for another cat that had been fostered for a while. It will be picked up tomorrow. We're also supposed to handle another almost certain adoption tomorrow. This one is for an elderly lady. If you look on the Paws of Alabama Facebook page in the pictures, there's a cat named Ella. She will be going to live with an elderly lady starting tomorrow. Super nice lady. I talked to her on the phone for a while. We've talked to another lady who has been fostering 3 kittens. She's already had them fixed, microchipped, vaccinated, and everything they need to be adopted, and she's going to try to coordinate getting them into PetSmart with us either tomorrow or Thursday. And I think I'm sure I'm forgetting something. There's a couple other things going on, just not really much worth mentioning. But things I had to deal with today that are, I think, dealt with on top of being at work today. So I told Melanie when I got home, I'm tired. But I don't get to see these guys all day, so I've got to make it a point to come in and hang out with everybody. Even though Wilson doesn't want to play mouse. Hank wants to play mouse, though. Always. But tomorrow, I'm hoping tomorrow, and it might be Thursday again, to deliver a bunch of supplies. Well, I say deliver, to transplant some supplies. I've been a rolling kitten and cat supply vehicle for the past little while, just because I've had a bunch of kitten food and stuff in my truck that needs to be stored somewhere, and I didn't really have a place to store it, so we're going to take care of that tomorrow or Thursday. And thank you guys all again for donating to the supplies. They've already come in handy. I've just got a lot more that I haven't turned over yet. I dropped off some of the food, but we've gotten more since then that I've yet to drop off. I mean, there's people in the neighborhood that do it. I can't say that I've noticed anyone that lives directly on either side of us doing it, but folks on the street behind us have done it before, and we've never had a problem with it scaring the cats so much. But then again, these guys weren't here. But they did live at my office, which is just a few blocks from the baseball stadium, and they do a fireworks show there, which is way more massive than anything that'll happen in this neighborhood. But they do fireworks every weekend if there's a home game at the stadium, so they've heard bigger and louder fireworks when they were younger than they'll ever have to experience here. I mean, the ones near the office, they're loud enough when you're in the stadium. If you're kind of outside the stadium and up the street, it sounds like cannons going off. So I think the cats will be fine. Our dog Allie, she's not a fan of any loud noise from the outdoors. Thunder, trucks, kids, fireworks, loud airplanes, just about anything. Anything that makes a sound. So she will be wearing her Thunder shirt for the 4th of July, I'm sure. She's survived it for 9 years now, so I think she'll be okay. You need to stop. Your impatience. gotten bad. Hey, Aaron. So, as far as the length of this tonight, we're gonna go as long as my battery goes. I got my phone charged to 60-something%. Well, thank you, D Hutch. That was probably not anywhere near all the pictures that are in existence between what I have and what Melanie has, but I just started grabbing things that were readily available. I probably should add more. Oh, excuse me. But hopefully soon I can put the camera back up, and it may be that, you know, when the current foster for the kittens that came in today needs a sub, that we take them up there, or take some other kittens that are in the mix up there for a little bit. I don't want to overdo it and take some little tiny babies in there that are going to be there for 12 weeks, but I can probably get away with having some in there that are only going to be there a week or two. Plus, I don't want to torment Lily too much. Lily has gotten back to her old Lily self, except for when it comes to the vet and flea medicine. And Fern, I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello. I can't remember if I saw when you came in or not. But yeah, Lily, we're going to have to use the oral medication, flea medication for her, because she has turned into quite the demon when you try to put flea medicine on her. I've not seen any fleas on any of them, but it is that time of year. Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm not all here. My brain is halfway shut down at this point. Clara. Clara. I just called Stella Clara. That's where I'm at today, y'all. I'm sorry, Aaron. You too, D Hutch. We'll try to do better tomorrow, I promise. Hopefully we can be at a regular hour. Wilson. It's a little easier to reach you right there. Not much. Not a lot. Night, Carmel. I understand it's late and I'm not going to be awake much longer either. He says as he yawns. I'm actually kind of amazed at myself that I didn't fall asleep when I got home. Good catch. Don't, no. I'm not going to play this game if you want to scratch me. to pet you in between tosses, huh? Where did you go, Hank? Oh, and look, no laundry. We got it done. And the stream just borked again. Well, I guess while we're doing this, I'm going to do a hard reset of this camera while I'm in here, so watching the main rune stream, bear with me as I try to correct whatever issue is going on with that. So you get a nice lovely view of nothing while I do this. Okay. Oh, you didn't bring us down here, and I understand how it is. We had kind of a bummer of a week last week, so totally understandable. Well, last week and into today as well, so for if anybody didn't hear, the orphan kitten that was included in with all of the other kittens that died this morning. After doing so well, I really hoped that one was going to make it. At least there would be one happy ending despite all the others. So now it's just up to Layla to get well and be a sweet cat and find her forever home, and then we will have done everything we could possibly do. Yeah, and that's what really scared me about these kittens today. Granted, I don't have to do anything hands-on as of yet, but still very hopeful for a happy ending on this one. She said that they only found one flea on all 5 kittens, 1 flea total, so hopefully we're not dealing with any anemia. They're all active, they're all interested in eating, they're using the bathroom, so far so good. I'm gonna I'll see about adding her, the foster, to the group so she can post more frequent updates than I can. I mean, she'll send me pictures and stuff periodically, but if she's in the group, she might be more inclined to share things there herself. Yeah, I'm not, I know that area, but I was not aware that there were strays running around in that area. It seems to be wherever there is a Walmart, there ends up being a ton of stray and feral cats. And that the bank where she was at was, a stone's throw from a Walmart, and there's a big ditch that runs between it. So there's no telling how many cats are running around over there unfixed. I'm supposed to get certified at the spay and neuter clinic here does classes to certify you, and once you get certified, you can go and they'll loan you traps for free. You don't have to pay any type of deposit or anything like that, and you can get as many as you need. So my hope is that next year, or not even next year, but later in the year when we're not in the madness of kitten season, I can just go around and start trapping. And hopefully, even though it probably will be, but my hope is if I start trapping, I'll do my part, and maybe kitten season will be a little better next year, and better than that the year after, and so on and so forth. But Paul's is applying for a TNR grant from PetSmart, which will help tremendously with that whole effort if we can get it. Well, I know some of the kittens that were brought to someone at Paul's while they were at PetSmart. They were just in a cardboard box. They were found at Walmart, and just they put them in a box and brought them and said, "Here you go, we found these." But that was at a different Walmart. But I'm beginning to see a trend if the same thing is going on at this one. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's employees and stuff in the back where the dumpsters are that have seen them and hopefully put food out for them and all that. It just went in there. But if they are feeding them, I wish they would let somebody know so we could get a trap over there and at least get them fixed. It's sad that you can't save them all and get them adopted and make pets out of them, but that's just impossible. I don't think they require euthanasia for bites here. I know with dogs, if a dog bites you, they require a quarantine, but I don't think they automatically euthanize the dog, and I don't know how it works with cats. Yeah, I would think any feral cat would probably bite or scratch you if you happen to grab it. There's a kitten that's roaming around my office right now. I've seen it multiple times. I think I told you guys about it. It's just waiting for me to grab it, and I'm just waiting to get bit when I do. But that'll happen when it happens. I just have not had an opportunity when I didn't have other things going on, and at the same time have the even possibility of grabbing it. So what we didn't tell you yesterday, since we didn't do this, and he's not in here right now, Tabby, we started feeding these guys more. Melanie was doing math equations on, she weighed everybody, and, she figured out what's the recommended daily intake for this weight, how many calories does this food have in it, and yada yada, are they getting enough? And I guess she's determined that we haven't been feeding these guys quite enough. I don't know, Fern. This will be a first for me, just reaching down and grabbing a kitten. I probably should use something, though, and have a carrier nearby. I mean, I've gotten very close to this kitten. Not quite within grabbing distance, but I mean, I'm thinking just a little more than the length of my arm. And he's been eating out of the feeder, and I'll approach him, and he'll kind of backpedal a little bit, but then he comes right back. He's not terrified of me, so I think I can work on some trust with him, and then hopefully grab him. But I've got to get another trap. The good trap that I had was a loaner from the rescue, and I loaned it to another lady in Montgomery who is trying to TNR a feral in her neighborhood. Yeah, I normally keep some gloves in my truck, so as long as I've got my truck and we don't carpool in Melanie's car. Just leave your tongue sticking out there, Hank. But yeah, as long as I'm in my truck, I'll have some gloves. But I've got to trap all of them. Those two, the black with the white boots, who are recent arrivals to the office, they need to be trapped and fixed. Because the kitten belongs to one, if not both of those. I don't know which one is male, which one is female, but the kitten hangs out with one of them quite often that I've seen. I don't know how long that'll go on, but as for now, the kitten just kind of follows her everywhere. But it's old enough to be eating dry food out of the feeder, because I've seen that twice with my own two eyes. Hey, Wilson. Yeah, we've just been in such a predicament lately. I wasn't even sure what I would be able to do with Cat. Even if I was able to grab it and get it in a carrier, I would have very few to no options on where I could take it. It would probably have to go to the vet's office and spend a day or so there, which I don't know would be a terrible thing, to stay in the kennel there. I mean, it might tame up some, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to leave it in a dog carrier and just kind of work with it for a few days. It's young enough where I think it would come around, though. A lot easier than an adult cat ever would. Where are you going? Don't eat the fuzz off the floor. You're a dummy. What? He didn't even do anything to you, Hank. He's just sitting there. Why is he so mean to you sometimes, Wilson? I didn't even do anything. The dogs are in our bedroom. They're laying on their beds, and they're probably gonna get antsy very soon and start having a fit to get out and be fed. Yeah, Hank's losing interest in playing fetch. He's probably saying, I'm ready to eat. Even though this guy doesn't want to eat wet food at all anymore. We just decided to give him dry food. Let him eat what he wants to eat. Because otherwise, he doesn't eat it. Oh, you see that? My Fitbit battery's dead. What did I do? I don't know what I did to spook you. Oh, sorry. My mind is not working. Anyway, Tabby, yesterday, we got home and we were getting ready to feed everybody. And we kind of separate Oscar, Tabby, and Luna first. You know, since they go behind a closed door, we get their food ready and then we put them in their rightful places. Well, Tabby kept trying to go where Luna eats and was very persistent about it. And Tabby's always, you know, when there's food involved, he makes lots of noise and runs around and goes places you don't want him to go just because he thinks he's going to get some food wherever he goes. Well, he kept trying to get into Luna's room and kept trying to get into Luna's room. We wouldn't let him in Luna's room. So then he proceeded to walk in front of the front door on the rug right in front of the front door and squat and poop all over the rug. So he was not being a jerk trying to get into where Luna goes. He was trying to get in there to use the litter box. So I couldn't scold him. I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but he was trying to tell us, hey, I have to poop, let me in here. That's where the litter boxes are. And we thought he was just being a jerk trying to get to Luna's food. So it was a pleasant afternoon yesterday. Before I could even get outside to sweat and do my yard work, I was cleaning up Tabby's poop. Which fortunately, the rug had gotten kind of old and Mabel scratches all over it, so it was kind of tattered on one side. I think Tabby's poop has convinced us to get a new rug. So rather than trying to wash it and bring it back in the house, we're just going to toss it and get a new rug. So don't think having a cat can't help you make decisions in life, because we're getting a new rug out of the deal. It wasn't so destroyed that it was ready for the garbage, but an animal pooping on something will motivate you to replace it. Yeah, he had very strong opinions. Very strong. And not good opinions. Yeah, I guess that's the fact that it's 11 o'clock and Vinny is barking means it's time to wrap this up, and my battery is low. So it's the trifecta. But I promise I'm going to work on these late nights, guys. Hopefully I'm not going to be overrun with things to do for work and for cats, and that my brain will slowly start to function normally again. But anyway, that's going to do it for me tonight, and I'll do better tomorrow. One way or the other, I will do better tomorrow. But thank you, everybody. It's always appreciated.
Hey, stop being mean to your brother.
And Hank's being mean to Wilson again. But on that note, I hope everybody has a good day, good night. And hopefully we'll see you earlier tomorrow. Night, everybody.